Hello. um, Again, my opinion on a subject that I think is of great benefit to anybody who listens. Um, and although it is becoming much more universal. Everybody knows about yoga. Um, there are aspects of it that I think are not addressed as uh, deeply as they could be. And I encourage you to do that. Yoga is an amazing resource. It's available everywhere, whether it's personal classes or part of a gym or YouTube or, wherever you can get it. Um, I, I personally do majority of the yoga that I do from YouTube. And there's two people that I listen to. There's just many out there that can be enjoyed and have benefit. Um, One of the people is from Canada, the other is from Australia. Um, and they both have a slightly different approach to their teaching, but it is yet yoga. Um, the one from Australia, she's a little more engaged in some of the more um, spiritual side of the yoga experience. And I would put links to them uh, on this YouTube page, but sadly, don't know how to do it yet. But I will, and at some point. But if I wait to learn how to do this stuff, I don't think it'll ever happen. Um, so one step at a time, as they say. But yoga, I encourage everyone to try it. Those who are physically engaged in physical activities, through exercise routines, you know, uh, push-ups, running machines, rowing machines, whatever. Um, the yoga concept can benefit you, I think, in many ways. And yes, it's always the stretching, especially if someone from my age, stretching is incredibly important. You see so many that can hardly walk, and I do have physical concerns. There's no doubt about that. And yoga is not a panacea. It doesn't necessarily. Now, maybe it could with the right masters, yogis teaching you or instructing you in some way. That I don't know, but I do know that it is of benefit. And it's important physically to stretch the muscles, to stretch all the muscles, not just, get your belly down or strengthen your biceps or whatever. It is all the muscles. Your body is a unit, mind, body, and spirit. It's all together, it's all part of it. And that's, I think, and I was lucky enough to have yoga instructors early in when I first started getting engaged in it, which was, I don't know, about 20 years ago, I guess. Um, but I didn't consistently do it. That's a problem. You have to be consistent in what you can't just pick it up here, pick it up there, do a little bit here, do a little bit there. Like in all physical activities, you need to be consistent. And it doesn't, like you hear about, walk a mile a day or whatever, which is all good. It's all beneficial. You must do it. But when you start to do yoga with the right intent, um, it does physically, you know, keep your body light and helps the nerves to flow the energy through because it opens up all these channels. when they tell you to inhale, and you're inhaling and you're extending the body, you're extending the vertebrae and the connectivity of these uh, nerves as they go through in and out the different bone structures and sinews, and you'll get, you know, different feelings and different techniques, or different results as you do more. Simple bending forward. Um, just, you know, when many of the yogis do the sun salutation, you know, as you go up and you bend forward and you go into a plank and, you know, downward dog and all these little things. Um, it's just, and it's not a demanding thing. Uh, it can be demanding if you're totally out of shape and you're, you know, hard to just get around. But if you have, you know, if you're ambulatory and you have, you know, some flexibility, it's not a demanding thing, and you can bring yourself into a better purpose, a better position, slowly. But, you know, you deal with your physical self, you deal with yourself, I guess. And I dealt with myself and I dropped it. As I said, I started 20 years ago, did it for many years, and then dropped it when I moved. I first came to Connecticut. I moved out, and you know, you just get out of it for some heaven knows why. Um, but I really feel that had I stayed with it consistently, and you know, 3 times, 4 times a week, or every, you know, an hour a day, whatever it is, um, it's just will do you wonders. And you know, if you can't do it a lot, you do it a little. Do what you can, one step at a time. You know, journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. Well, this is the first step. But the breathing, the prana, the bringing in the air, and the technique that helps to create a better energy flow. Uh, you know, because one of the yogis that or yogini that I follow, she talks about, you know, breathe into the area. Well, what does that mean? You know, breathe into the area. Um, but it's a part of visualization. It's part of this whole concept that we are much more than what you actually just see on the screen. You're just much more. It's very, it's magical, majestic, full of power, full of just wonder of how this wonderful thing, this body that we have, can actually do all that it does. And yoga can help through the asanas, through the meditation, through the tranquility in which it can give you. It's not just a matter of stretching your body, which it does, but, you know, I have arthritis, and arthritis is an inhibiting thing. I mean, it impacts you in many ways that you're not aware of, especially as a young person. And I talk to you people in your 30s, in, well, 20, any age really, but if you start doing this and you start focusing on it and you get into the philosophy, and it doesn't matter what religion or belief structure you have, yoga your is you. It's just part of you. So enjoy it. Pick a pick anyone you want to start with, and just, you know, whatever feels more comfortable for you. And again, I wish I could put links on there, but I don't know how to do that yet. But it just works for you. It will work mentally, physically, spiritually, especially spiritually, because you're allowing yourself to feel a, a meditative quality when you're doing a simple asana, a simple position, a simple effort physically. and there's different ones, the yin and the hatha and different, or hatha yoga, and there's just so many different approaches. So feel free to do it. I encourage you to start to experiment in it. It just has wonders. It will do wonders for you. But like everything else, it's an effort, and you can't ignore the fact that you have to put the time into it. So again, yoga, it's a great um, it's a great tool. Use it. It'll help you in many ways. Start to listen to it. This won't be the last little clip on that, but I just wanted to encourage it before I forgot to add it to my little collection, as it were. All right, take care. Again, these are all just my opinions, and I encourage your comments if I can figure out what the heck to do with this YouTube channel. And my best to you all. All right, take care. Bye for now.